In Fortnite Chapter 7, there's a waterfall that's hiding a huge secret. This only happens when the sun starts setting in-game, and if you're standing next to it at the perfect time, the waterfall will do something crazy. Next, if we look at Marty's guitar, right at the top, we can see a photo of Jonesy, Evie, and Peely. You'll also notice that they are fading out of existence. And any of you who watched Back to the Future will notice in the film that Marty has a photo just like that of his own parents, fading away when he messes up the timeline. And on the southeast part of the map, you can discover a small island where the YouTube bots are shooting their own movie. But take a closer look at what they're doing, and you'll realize they're actually recreating the iconic scene from Titanic flying. And did you know there's a Brainrock character hiding in the Battle Pass? And you'll find it in the bonus reward section for Karina on her third edit style. Her arm cast is a drawing of Tralalero Tralala on it. Even when you think you've escaped Fortnite, Brainrot finds a way to sneak back in the game. Head over to Painted Palms to find one of my favorite EAS eggs of the season. Over in this small pond, you'll see the crash wreckage of a spaceship. And this is a reference to the classic Star Wars scene with Luke's crash on Dagobah. And early in the season, fans realized you could actually use a launch pad and then take out your wingsuit. This would let you switch to flying without actually counting it towards your 10 uses. Not only that, but it wouldn't even give you a cooldown, so you could use it again straight after. A lot of players assume this had to be a glitch, only for Epic to say no. It's actually a part of the design and to have fun with it. Chapter 7 has also given us a new reload map, and find a bunch of cameras filming this truck. It has fallen off a bridge for a movie scene, but if you've seen Terminator 2, you already know exactly what Fortnite's referencing here. It's just like the tow truck chase from the film, which was already referenced by Epic years ago. In Zero Crisis, there's a chance you've been to the long tunnel on the map and seen the name Mezzopiano show up. We spent a while wondering what this meant until players realized it was a hint to this place's greatest secret. Because if you break this crate with the Coral Buddies and then break the wall behind them and then break the floor, you'll fall into a hidden room full of pianos. The best part is there's an epic chest in here, making it one of the most useful secret rooms in the game. One of the many sidekicks in Chapter 7 is the teacup. They're a cute little chihuahua, even if they are loud. Fort agrees because they gave us an emote called the Yapper Level 15 Million. And yes, it is a Dragon Ball parody. Not only that, but if you go through the Chihuahua set like this loading screen, you'll quickly realize that it's a reference to the iconic Taco Bell dog. Wonkyland is clearly inspired by a ton of different real-life theme parks. But if you stick around when it turns to nighttime, you'll realize that Epic sprinkled a little bit of Disney World in here. That's because it has an After Dark Fire fireworks show just like the Magic Kingdom. But the coolest part is if you watch the entire show, it'll give you free bonus loot. And back to the reload map. Just up the canal from the Terminator truck, you could find another movie being shot where two cars are about to have a drag race down the river. This is a nod to the famous Thunder Road scene from Greece. One of the most random new outfits is Don Eggcracker, and while he's a really cool-looking barista, it doesn't mean he deserves a 1000% tip. Yet that is one of the hidden options you could spot in his backbling. The funniest part of this thing is how he's recreating this meme right next to it. By now, you've probably heard of the weightlifting minigame over at Riptides. Now, it's basically just a fun secret chest that takes forever to open, and you can get some good loot out of it. But most people don't want to sit here in a busy poi trying to deadlift when you know you could get third-partied at any moment. That's why if you go into the Pizza Pit, seafood restaurant, and then this bench, you could actually eat 3 pieces of steak, and with all of them consumed, you just became mega strong. Now you can open the deadlift chest in just 10 seconds, and you have a 33% chance to get a mythic any skin in the game. Could use the Dark Voyagers QB mode, but they won't be able to get the exclusive secret styles. That's because equipping the Voyager's edit styles to the blue or red versions will also affect the emote whenever you use it. Fortnite doesn't tell anyone about this, but they went through the effort to make it work anyway. When you start a BR match, there's obviously a chance of either surfing onto the map or jumping from the bus, but it turns out there's a serious advantage to getting the bus route. That's because you could look behind and actually see these meteors fall down to the island. They belong to all the bosses in the game, and will show you exactly where they're gonna be, making it easier than ever to track them down. Personally though, I love how they even thank the bus driver once they start their journey. The new Lil Meowsles Wagon emote. It's already pretty crazy, but if you look closely at the paper you're writing on, you'll see it has a death list of 5 targets. It includes Peely, Fishstick, Ripley, Llama, and Jonesy underline. The funniest part is, though, is that Fishstick has been crossed out, which means we already killed them. And I love how every sidekick has their own unique emote, means Fortnite can fill them with Easter eggs. Like the dance that belongs to the best cat. If you've been on the internet, like ever, you can probably tell this is meant to be a nod to the keyboard cat. In this season's trailer, you can look in the corner and spot a tiny detail confirming that Doggo and Fishstick are still dating after all these years. It's been a while since they last showed up together in one of the trailers, so fans are glad to hear they're still going strong. One of my favorite secrets isn't even on the island, because last week leakers discovered that the iconic broom was set to return for this Winterfest. Except the Play Soldier image completely changed. Instead of the classic icon, it was now a hand-drawn version of Harry Potter riding the broom. Pretty hilarious. And also our first official confirmation of the collab. If you're struggling to make good use of the wingsuit, it's because you don't know about this secret trick. It's easy to lose momentum, so just dive a little and fly back up, letting you do a backflip and keeping you in the air for way longer. Over in Humble Hill, one of the people who lives here seems to be curious about ancient artifacts from Fortnite's storyline. You can walk into this house and find the Looper calendar from Kato Thorne's collection, just sitting in plain view like it's a piece of furniture or something. Rich people, am I right? Most players have been so focused on the mysterious UFO in Area 51 that they have totally missed out on all the other insane secrets hiding in this place. Like if you step on the strange green puddles around the poi, it'll actually turn you invisible so you can just sneak out of there. Although if you've realized the storm is coming and you're trapped hundreds of feet underground, it's going to be hard to get back up in time. Lucky for you, one of the command consoles in the building has a secret switch called Activate Escape Vortex. Once you press it, the huge circle door on the surface will open up. Cat Holloway is quickly becoming a very popular skin this season. And in story terms, that adds up because she's already a famous movie star on the island. In fact, her pickaxe proves she's literally got film awards to her name. But pay attention to the figure on the trophy. Yeah, it's the tiger skin we all love from Chapter 5. 3 mode is even more popular, and it turns out the person who choreographed this dance for Epic Games has revealed it was inspired by the song Only Girl by Rihanna. And I can't believe it, but Fortnite was teasing Chapter 7's huge reveals in plain sight and nobody knew about it. A couple days before the season dropped, the item shop refreshed with an entire section full of secret teasers like Corrupted Voyager and Eternal Wanderer, along with Human Bill and the Deep Space Lander. Around this time, we also saw the Page Turner emote hit the shop, which is Fortnite's yearly tradition right before a new era. As you can see from the description, it says, "There's tons of stores in Battlewood Boulevard, but my personal favorite is Dolce & Banana." It's a fashion brand that's a pretty blatant parody of the real-life Dolce & Gabbana. There are tons of sprays around the map, but one of them is this shark eating a cheeseburger, which is a reference to this iconic H2O delirious moment.
Cheeseburger. Look at this shark eating this cheeseburger. There's something you don't hear every day.
And another is this hand, which is a direct nod to the real-life skate company Santa Cruz. Lisa is the new festival headliner, and you can check out her back bling to find a cute plush doll of a cat. Did you know this is secretly based on a real-life pet called the Wiss or Lewis? I don't know which one it is. Personally, I prefer this toy animal in the Hollywood Hills, where you could find a teddy bear living in his own mansion. Except he's dressed up all emo playing the piano and has a red tie on, making it safe to assume the whole thing is an Easter egg. Referencing Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance with the recent Stranger Things collab, we finally got to wear Vecna as an outfit, and the detail is incredible. I mean, just take a look at his back bling to realize the clock is showing the real time. I don't mean the in-game island time, I mean it's synced to your computer. They also gave a ton of detail to Dustin's outfit, fully modeling the braces onto his teeth. Although you would barely ever see this because Fortnite characters don't really show their teeth all that much. Next time you're down and your teammates are way too busy to help pick you up, just crawl to a reboot van yourself. Turns out Fortnite added a secret feature that lets you enter vehicles while downed, and it now gives you the ability to revive yourself. So no help from friends needed in getting rid of the battle bus. I guess Epic forgot to look at what was in the sky because fans flew really high up and discovered a very work-in-progress version of the map that reveals what it looked like when Epic started building it. You can see post-it notes for where they wanted the locations to be and exactly what they're inspired by. Taken a real-life inspiration, Big Shots Coffee is currently dominating the map right now, expanding their business substantially. Now they're even destroying other coffee shops in order to move in and take over the small competition. This is happening in Latte Landing, where they're replacing Puppuccino, a nod to what Starbucks and other huge chains do in real life. By now, though, you've probably seen the pumping station on the map that is secretly a large underground complex. You can go through all kinds of sewer pipes, and they could lead you to rooms like this with plenty of slurp barrels and detail to explore. And inside you'll find a YouTube bot who has converted it into his own personal gym. He's lifting a pair of rocks in front of the mirror with tons of posters as motivation. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing and liking the video.